Here's what I believe. You don't have to agree. First impressions count. The last impression is everything.
I have been speaking to groups for years, since 1981, and I have always had success. And that's really not bragging. That's saying if I've been at this long, that you can depend on my product, you can depend on my presentation, and you can depend on my professional courtesy to what it is that you're looking for at an event. I mean, I'm just good at it. It's as simple as that. You can't deny it. It's not just about having no arms. In fact, that's kind of what's ironic, is it's not about having no arms. It's about the professional product that I deliver every single time I take a stage, whether I'm talking to 5 people or 5,000, doesn't matter. I am the guy that you can depend on. I promise you, you will not regret the decision.
My wife and I were in an antique store one day. We're cruising around. She's on one side of the store, I'm on the other. These old guys are following me around, and they're looking at me because every time I look at them, they pretend to be looking at something else. I came around a corner, there was a pair of mannequin arms on a bookshelf. So I grab one under my chin, because that's how I carry stuff, right? I shouted across the store, "Darlene, I may have found them!" What a place to find them. Who knew? Old people stare too. I find this fascinating. I think little kids stare because they haven't learned manners, and old people stare because they've quit them. Do you know anybody like that? They just get old and crusty. I don't care what I say. Yeah, you know someone like that?
I was very spoiled when I got here. I'm not going to lie about this. I got picked up by a limo. Woohoo. That was nice. I like limos every now and then. Don't do them all the time. I don't do cabs because strangely they don't stop when you go.
I rent over 100 cars a year and have been for now over 20 years. Can you imagine, though, just the little thing alone of giving them your driver's license and credit card and taking the keys in your toes and driving away with your foot on the wheel? It's like those MasterCard commercials. Priceless. Drive-thrus, those are hilarious. I went to Timmy's just around the corner yesterday for lunch. Could you just, when you walk up, they don't see you coming. They see the car coming. You drive up to the window, that'll be $6. Here! Oh, a guy said to me once, it's funnier if you're in the car behind you. Right. Because all you see is the foot going out the window, you know, a couple of feet grabbing the double-double, and away I go.
You have to admit it's a compelling thought to think that somebody can live life without arms. That must provide some clues. And I just like sharing. Just like helping people get better, you know, improve their lives. And I've been doing it since 1981, so I don't think I really got to pick. It kind of cheesy, but it picked me, really.
He was the happiest human being I'd ever seen in my entire life, and he was so happy, he was actually annoying. There's a lot of you in the building today. No, you are. You're happy people. I've been seeing you. Do you ever occur to you that when you're that happy, people want to smack you? Imagine my frustration. I've got no arms. All I can do is be resentful. Anyway.
I am on the entire front cover of the newspaper. Bigger than life. Almost nude. Wearing a diaper, yes, but a black photographic bar across my eyes so nobody will recognize who I am. Really?
And I was growing up in rural Canada where nothing ever happened, and I was butt ugly. Now, I know we're not supposed to call people ugly. I understand that, but I felt ugly. You ever done this? Sorry, this is really honest. You ever spot a baby in a stroller? And you go look at the baby in the stroller, and your first thought is, man, that's an ugly baby. You've done that, haven't you?
It was obvious what I sucked at. Sports. I was terrible at sports. Soccer, awesome. Bonus, never got the penalty for touching the ball with my hands.
Well, I think people should listen to me because I've got a high degree of credibility when it comes to my material. And if really I'm just talking about making people better people, I'm not saying I'm perfect, but obviously my story doesn't involve just me. It involves somebody behind the scenes. That's why I talk about my parents. That's why I talk about teachers. That's why I talk about influences in my life. And if I can be the same kind of person in someone else's life, then that fulfills not only a professional role, but, you know, I'm a speaker. That's what I do. I'm a professional speaker.
People are looking at me all the time like, don't you miss having arms? No, they never grew. Now, are you thinking what I'm thinking you're thinking now? You're thinking, oh, you're just being a speaker, putting a positive spin on things. No, I was a person before I became a speaker. And you may own a home hardware outlet, but you are a person before you are an owner. Does that make sense?
I want you to picture this, how weird it is for me to be in front of you today, not only having made a career out of motivational speaking, but to talk to an incredible
you.